Hi Crystal, so today is day 6 of my oil pastel tutorial and the topic for the day is human figure and memory drawing. So as I told you before, the two important points would be only these 2 points and I would explain everything about those 2 points. Now here, as I had written it down, first of all you have to focus on human figures, like what you're actually making, the hair, the eyes, the nose, ear, lip, everything, and the structure, body structure. So you have to practice a little bit more. And yeah, I'm not going to explain everything because you know uh, I have to explain it more and I have to launch other tutorial for that. So I'm just going to give you basic knowledge about those things because we are focusing on oil pastel, of course. Now, if I would talk about memory drawing, so in memory drawing, you have to first of all collect imagination and your skills of making human figures. Now, I must tell you, first of all, if you are focusing on human figures, I would just give you a basic knowledge, very basic knowledge that is must for beginners to know about all thing about human figure. So first of all, just focus on shapes. And as I told you before, it's pretty difficult if I will explain everything in one video because human figure consists of many things. And if you wanted to become like a perfectionist in this field, you have to focus on your sketching skills, and for that you have to do another course. Don't worry, I would simply just explain you the basic structure, not all the features, but the basic structure I would tell you. So I would like to give you 3 tips. So first of all, make sure that whatever you're making, you should make it as easy as possible. And the second point is think everything as a shape and try to collect your ideas and make something out of that. And the last thing is please focus on the essence of drawing, not only on figures. Like if your figures are not good, it's probably okay, but if you're not showing the theme of your drawing, that is the memory drawing, then it's not okay at all. So yeah, now here, as I'm making human figure, I started with some spear, then I focused on making jaw. So jaw, it can be in V shape, U shape, any other shape. Then definitely you have to make sure to make his hair. It totally depends on like the kind of hair you wanted him to be, so you can make the similar hair what you have in your mind. Then make sure to make his neck properly. It should not be too thin or not too thick. It should look real. So definitely you have to make sure to figure out the width of the neck, what you are going to do or like make. Then you have to make sure to also make his body based on the simplest shapes or like lines and all. Like here I use some lines. After using these lines, you can make edges smooth and you can add more features like I did with the first one of his hand palm. And yeah, now here also I'm giving you another example. So what I'm doing, I made a scenery where there are some buildings, some car, and road and all. And these consist of only 3 shapes, like square, up squares or rectangle, and some spheres or like oval shape. So from those basic shapes, you can actually make good memory drawing. Now here also you can, if you don't have something like common shapes in your mind that you can use for anything, you can just use some lines to create anything in the world. Just look at the picture and try to resemble it as simplest as it can, and try to put it on a sheet of paper like I did. First one, I started with like the basic lines, and then I added more features. Now here, the last thing that I am doing today is I'm going to show this basic memory drawing with the help of oil pastel. So before starting everything, I already made the sketch with the help of pencil, and now I'm using marker for outlining and all, because we know nothing works on oil pastel except acrylic paints and pencil. And definitely pencil doesn't look good on oil pastel, so it is okay to use marker or black pen beforehand. So yeah, I am just drawing this basic scenery. It's like a memory drawing where there is a vendor, sorry, there is an ice cream seller and he is selling some ice cream. So yeah, and this girl, she want to buy this ice cream from him, and she bought a note or some like money for buying. And yeah, I'm just using some sort of color, some muddy color. Of course, it's a village memory drawing, so I must tell you, if you are not aware of this scenery, it's very common in India that we do have these ice cream sellers selling ice cream on road or in villages, and our village seem to look like this only, what is right in front of you all. So yeah, so the road is not the finest road. It's like raw, like there is only mud on road, and there is no charcoal or something else. So we cannot say it's a road, we can just say it's a lane or something. And yeah, and the houses are like they are basically made up of some mud, or there are only few houses in villages which is made up of bricks. So definitely I am trying to make one house with the which is, you can see, is made up of brick, and another wall, as you can see, it's also a house or something. I am not recalling, so it's like made up of mud or something. So I definitely gave it's like a muddy shade and all. And yeah, I am giving some shades to their dresses. Of course, if I would say, if you were doing memory drawing and you're using oil pastel, it's probably not easy to deal with it, because oil pastel are thick in consistency, and they don't have tip points to do the finest things in your drawings. So it's probably very difficult to deal with the finest things when you're doing with oil pastel. So you have to make sure whatever you're doing, you have to be very careful about it, and it's tend to spread all over your painting. Like the color you're choosing for the dress, it can blend to the environment or like the background. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what you can do, if you have soft pastels, you can just brush it off with some soft pastel with the help of brush if you wanted it to, or you can use some stump, and yeah, you can really make a good painting. So yeah.
Nothing's gonna change my love.